This is the greatest viewpoint of the track itself because you have the pagoda tower. That tower burnt down from the original construction, which was done in a Japanese style, rebuilt with a similar look. Now that is the control room. That is how the race is gauged, started and stopped, evaluated. All the central controls are in the pagoda. Really become a symbol of this racing experience. The history is all maintained in there. The history books are filled out by decisions that are made inside that building. Now when I work on a sketch like this, I want to capture the atmosphere of the track, but I also want to capture some of that history. So I'm going to keep the overall mood with the sky. We have these beautiful blustery Indiana skies, very much typical of the Midwest, where you have skies rolling in at all times, storms coming in, storm clouds rolling out. So we're going to have a sense of the mood of the sky. But in addition to that, we want to get the sense that you're down on track level. This is a very extreme perspective here. So you'll notice me doing very sweeping strokes, of course being left-handed. I like to set up my workstation somewhere where I can actually be documenting and draw very freely, use my hand to achieve the depth that I want in the painting. The tower, that is the pylon, the leader's pylon, is the gospel. When people want to find out what's going on the race, they turn to that pylon and they get all the information. That is signaled direct from the control room. And if you see it up there, then chances are it's true. And even if you look out and see and it looks like someone else is in the lead that you thought had passed up, if it's not listed on the pylon, chances are it hasn't been made official yet, or maybe they're a lap back. So you have a real activity as you watch the race of actively involved to discover who's in the lead, which cars are doing what, because it is difficult to, from any one position, see the entire racetrack. It's a big racetrack, 2.5 miles long. It was laid out to create the equivalent of a road course experience that would be long straight stretches, big sweeping curves, and yet in an enclosed atmosphere. So if you were racing across the countryside, as cars used to do, you would encounter that long straightaway. You'd encounter a long curve. You'd be tested in your ability to drive under all conditions, and your car would be tested according to the conditions of the road. This track was an attempt to simulate that diverse driving experience, but in a circuit course. Someone who could sit and watch at least a good section of the course and the race as it unfolds. So there's been an adaptation over the years to have the track accommodate the ever-increasing crowds. New stadiums have been brought in, bleachers, seats, boxes, VIP areas, restaurants. This all accommodates the race fan, but it doesn't get beyond the basic facts of the track, which are that this is a track designed for speed, designed to test the driver and to test the car. My technique when I'm working in this kind of method is to work black and white. I don't worry about the color atmosphere yet. I will take these black and white studies back, and I will actually work in a method similar to the way movie artists work, map painters for films, where we will take the data of the source, in this case a racetrack, and we will begin to utilize color, very creative color, to say what kind of mood do we want, what kind of time of day. And then from that position, we will work digitally, laying color in on top of the hand-drawn sketch. The color does not infuse itself with the sketch, but it's done on discrete virtual layers. This allows us to mold colors, resample colors, create what I call the color atmosphere. Once I'm done with the color study, I then work very diligently on the final rendering. The rendering is done with two techniques, combining the best of traditional media and the best of new media.